Shalom, y'all. Bashim Shabakatah. YAHUSHUA, Thumb Bashim Shah, the priest to all the brothers and sisters out there. This is priest and officer of 500 Matham Yard out of I.S.U.P.K, so out of 1 West, 125th Street Hall, New York, under Commander General YAHANNA. And we've been teaching the truth about the Bible since 1969. And the truth about the Bible we've been teaching is that the blacks, Hispanics, and the Native American Indians are the real Israelites of the Bible and are God's chosen people. And, you know what I mean, we're going to get into a few things today. I know y'all see the title of the class. Thanksgiving is against God. You know what I'm saying? It's against God, and it's a satanic holiday, just like every other holiday that's proliferated here in America. All these holidays here in America are against God. They're against the betterment of his people, blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. They're against everything, you know what I mean, the Most High is about. All these different holidays, you know, whichever one it be, whatever one you may think of, you know what I mean, it's all forms of idol worship and just symbolizes wicked things, you know what I'm saying? And Thanksgiving is one of them holidays, and we'll go into a few things about that holiday in tonight's class here in Trenton, New Jersey. Excuse me. So yeah, and any brothers want to, you know, anybody want to pull up, you know what I mean, come to the classes, you know what I'm saying, for Trenton, New Jersey, it's the U1 Library, every Tuesday from 5:30 to 7:30, around that time anyway, you know what I'm saying, and yeah, just come into class. But tonight we're gonna go into a few things, you know what I'm saying, a few things regarding these holidays and how we should look at them as a people. Because how we look at them today as a people is what we look at these we look at these holidays as you know, something special to celebrate with, along with your family. Some, you know what I mean, that you should have your family be a part of, your children be a part of, have them be a part of. That's bringing your children through the fire. You bring your children through the fire when you do that, you know what I'm saying? We are supposed to be, you know what I mean, doing other things other than trying to be a part of this society. And plus, you know what I mean, Thanksgiving is just all the way off. And shalom to the sister that pulled up in the chat. You know what I'm saying? I not Bath, YAHAWAH, Most High Christ, pulling up to the class. You know what I'm saying? This Thanksgiving is such a wicked holiday. You know what I mean? We gotta realize like what's for us and what's not for us. Because anything that the slave master give us, we eat it up like, you know what I'm saying? We just eat it up like good slaves. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get a few things. First, I'm gonna go with Leviticus 20 and 26. 20 and 26. First one I'm gonna grab. Leviticus 20 and 26. And ye shall be holy unto me. It's talking to the Israelites, talking to the God's chosen people, the blacks, the Negroes, the Latinos, and the Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? It's talking to us. We gotta, you know, be separate and be set apart from these other nations. The word holy means just that, to be separate. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to read on. For I, the Lord, am holy. The Most High is holy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to read. And have severed you from other people, that ye should be mine. Like, he severed us from all these other nations. And meaning, like, severing us, he took us from these other nations, made us different from all these other nations. All these other heathens out here, they would love to celebrate a tree, you know what I mean? Give honor to a tree that can't talk, that can't do anything. These other nations would love to go out and celebrate Halloween like we all did, like us as a nation, we just did. You know what I'm saying? And have our kids greet strangers and, you know, just, you know, things that we say not to do for kids to be doing, right? Like we encourage kids not to talk to strangers, but we go ahead and knock on strangers' doors, encourage them to take candy from strangers. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, you know, we're not really thinking right in this place. But the Lord said he severed us from all these other nations, man. And they would love to celebrate Thanksgiving. And white people would love to do that. Why? Because that's just them giving strength. That's like us celebrating the Passover. You know what I mean? The Passover where the Most High destroyed our oppressors, man. He destroyed them and freed us from our slavery back in ancient Egypt. And these devils, you know what I mean, they are, celebrating the fact that they just committed an onslaught against the Native American Indians. You know what I'm saying? The Native American Indians are brothers. They are celebrating the fact that they got the victory over them. So, the victory over us, and that we lost, and that we are just, meant to be slaves forever. That's what they doing this for. But we are supposed to be doing something different. That's another thing. It's a celebration of the murder and the bloodshed of the North American Indian. The North American Indian, the Gadites, the Seminole Indians, those are our brothers. And they are not supposed to, we're not supposed to be celebrating something that would offend our brothers, that would be a part of anything that would show that we're siding with our enemies. You know what I'm saying? We all have the same common enemy. And who is that? And that's the white man, who is the devil the Bible speaks of. He's the devil. And we got to realize, like, what's for us and what's not for us. You know what I mean? Like I said earlier, and I'm going to read another scripture. I'm going to grab another one real fast. Get Deuteronomy 27:1. Excuse me. Deuteronomy 27:1. All right. All right, Salaki. And Moses with the elders of Israel commanded the people, saying, so this is proof. Moses is speaking to Israel, speaking to the Israelites back then, us as a whole nation. He's speaking to us, right? So I'm going to read it from the top again. And Moses with the elders of Israel commanded the people, saying, commanded the congregation of Israel, saying, keep all the commandments which I command you this day. Now, the commandments of what? Commandments of God. He's telling us to keep the commandments of God, right? And I'm going to skip up to 28:1. Salaki, 28:15. Salaki. So he gave us these commandments to follow. He gave us all these commandments to really, keep in our spirit, so we could walk every day in the right side, to be on the right side of the Most High's judgment or heart. You know what I'm saying? So we won't be doing wickedness and evil in the sight of the Most High. This is how we do it. So I'm going to read verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Now, if we didn't keep these commandments, then this is what will happen to us. It's about to go into the curses that we will withstand because of our disobedience. We disobey the Most High, we get curses come on us after that. That's the punishment for our disobedience to our Father. Now I'm gonna read on a little bit. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. We're gonna be cursed either way, in the city and the field. You know what I'm saying? Whether we growing crops and we don't reap any of the benefits, we don't eat any of the, most of the crops we had back in Jim Crow time, forget about it. You know what I'm saying? And in the city, we slaving in these cities. Even back then it was, hectic, and we were, suffering for real. So, and if we read up a little bit, I want to read 48 real fast because it goes along with this. Verse 48, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, Now the Lord said He's gonna send enemies against us. He's gonna send our enemies against us. You know what I'm saying? And this is if we broke His commandments, and we broke it. And this is what happened. We had, enemies sent against us, and it's about to give us some more detail on what happened to us. And this is prophecy that happened already. All right, now, okay, so I'm gonna read from the top. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee. Now, the Lord sent these enemies against us, and we did serve them. We served them, and we still serving them today. We still serving them today. And slavery here in America today. I'm gonna read on a little bit more. In hunger and in thirst. So we will serve them in hunger and in thirst. We slaved under them, and they fed us. The only thing we was eating for real was, goop out of, hog troughs. You know what I'm saying? That's what we were eating. That's what we were eating, and they fed us that, and they gave us just enough so we could be strong enough for the next day to do more slaving. And we want to celebrate Thanksgiving. We want to celebrate Thanksgiving as a holiday that they deem as something great. Can't be a have slave mind, because that's exactly what a slave would do. Anytime, your slave will give you a little trinket, and the good slave would eat it up. He would be delighted to be a part of whatever master is offering him. You know what I'm saying? We can't be like that. We got to be stronger. This time we can't be weak as a nation of people. We can't be weak and want to cower down and, be subservient to, be subservient to our oppressors, to the slave master. We served 400 years in America, and that time is up. That time for slavery is up. We got to give it up. Like, what I'm saying? We can't be that way anymore, because, right now is a time for Black men to really get some strength in them and really guide and lead this nation. Black men, Latino men, Native American men. We need to, really get up and really put strength on, for the Most High, so He can get what He wants. This ain't for what we want. It's not for what. It's not what Officer Mathumyah wants. It's not what, like one person wants. This is what the Most High wants, and I want what He wants. So we have to get this is what He told us to do. Lay up our fallow ground. You know what I'm saying? This is what we have to do. We have to really put strength on to lead our nation in the right path. And we can't do that really accepting everything that our oppressor hands to us. All right. So I'm gonna read on a little bit more. All right, Salakia. And in nakedness and in want of all things. Salakia. And in want of all things. And He shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until He have destroyed thee. Dang, I wish I can get a photo real fast. Everybody know, the slave master, that's what he loved to do. Put yokes of iron upon our on our necks back when we was in slavery. You know what I'm saying? Put a yoke of iron. That's one of them little things they put around. Sometimes they will have spikes on it. Let me see if I can pull the picture up. So see if I pull the picture up, because that's one of the things he really, the devil really loved to do. Yeah, he loved to do this right here. I'm gonna pull it up for you right now. So if I can. So And this is why, furthermore, why we can't trust our oppressors. We can't love them. We can't do any of that, because they did not pay for all this that they did to us, man. They did not pay at all. They did not pay. I'm gonna show y'all this real fast. I'm pretty sure everybody's seen, but I want to share it. All right. So boom. Right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna read it again from the top. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst, and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he hath destroyed thee. You know what I mean? This is one thing our oppressors like to do. Like, just like how he treats his dogs today, his pets today, put leashes on them. You know, it's basically what he did to us around this time. You know what I'm saying? He gave us, you know, oh man, terrible, terrible, you know what I mean, times, you know. And guess what? Just for that, double, he's going to have him go through double what we went through. Because this is inhumane. What he's doing right here, this is inhumane. He can't, you know, this is what he like to do. And I'm going to read on to verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, from the end of the earth, Salaki. So he brought a nation from far. He brought a nation from far. And the Europeans from back then, you know what I'm saying? They came on them boats and them ships and came and, you know, looking for the Israelites. I got a book called The Lost Tribes in the Promised Land. You know what I'm saying? Where it shows how Christopher Columbus, he, you know what I mean, knew who he was looking for. He knew that the Israelites was over here on the west side, you know, on the west side of the world, on the west, meaning the Americas, the islands of, you know, Puerto Rico and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? He knew who he was looking for, and he came looking for us, and he did find us. You know what I'm saying? And he knew that we were speaking, you know, we were speaking Hebrew, the dialect Hebrew, and he knew who we were. You know, they would say a lie about him that he didn't know who he was looking for, and he mistakenly came over here trying to find India or something. No, that's a lie that they told us in school, in public school system. You know what I mean? In history, real history shows that he himself, he was, you know, a person that knew who he was looking for. He came over here looking for the Israelites, and he found the tribe of Gad. Eventually came to the, you know, to Joseph, which is the Puerto Ricans and the Cubans and all them. You know what I'm saying? He really, you know, I mean, didn't discover anything because they was here first. We already know that. They were the first ones here. And, you know, they make the lie that, you know, he didn't know who he was looking for. He damn well knew who he was looking for. And he came from the other side of the earth. And I got another picture I'm going to share. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me see. Boom, boom. Because one thing we got to do, Israel, we got to realize the truth about these things, man. We got to know that the Most High will bring out the truth in these wicked holidays, you know? So, like, you know what I'm saying? In all these wicked holidays, we got to understand they ain't for us. Thanksgiving is obviously not for us. They, you know, the what's it called? The Trail of Tears. The Trail of Tears, man, where they had this bastard Andrew Jackson, you know what I mean? He dashed our babies, you know what I'm saying? Our Native American Gadite brothers and sisters, they babies, you know what I'm saying, on the tree stones, you know, on it's like tree bark on trees. You know what I'm saying? That's what he did. He did that to us, and he brought us through a whole lot of different situations back then. I'm gonna finish the scripture up though. As swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. You know what I'm saying? He came. These devils, man. They came across here looking for people to enslave, so they could serve, so we could serve them. You know what I'm saying? They found them. You know, man, we still in captivity under them to this day. And why do we still want to be a part of this society? I would never know. Why do we still want to be a part of the any of the festivities that America has? I would never know. Only thing I can give a strong guess is that the Christian church may be the reason why the Christian church may be the reason why, you know, we're blinded and we're so numb to all the propaganda, to all the lies being told us, you know what I'm saying, to all the, you know, the gaslighting they give us, you know what I'm saying. We gotta understand anything they say, anything they come out their mouth, you know what I mean, is obviously like something to really hurt you, to harm us. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna read on. Verse 50. A nation of fierce continents, a nation of fierce continents, which shall not regard the person of old, nor show favor to the young. You know what I mean? These nations, this nation who is speaking about, is talking about the white race, the white nation. They came across here with a fierce continents, you know what I mean? They just coming over here ready to hurt somebody, you know what I mean? Ready to enslave a people that, you know what I mean, didn't do anything to them, right? I'm gonna read on. Which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young. They didn't care if, you know what I mean, you were elderly, you were still going into slavery. They didn't care if our babies were, you know, you was a baby, they didn't care. Hell, I told you about the Trail of Tears, right? The Trail of Tears, you know what I mean, they had pregnant women traveling in the cold winter, trying to migrate them to, trying to get them to move from down south all the way up to Oklahoma and all that, man. But like they brought them through hell though. Like they still human at the end of the day. Like some sisters was pregnant with child, you know what I mean? They did not care. They wanted that line to move and move quickly and consistently. Like, so therefore, hence him, Andrew Jackson, you know, violating our babies. Hence, you know, people dropping dead from the cold or any sickness that may have occurred during that time. The devil, you know, he does not care, and this is why his future is a very dark future ahead of him. And the whole thing about it though is that he gonna deserve it, and nobody's really gonna feel sorry for him, for real. Nobody gonna feel sorry because of what he did in the earth, what he's doing in the earth today. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows that the white man is the devil. The Bible speaks of. You know what I mean? He's gonna serve his time, his slavery. You know what I mean? And he just gonna have to pay for it because this right here this is evil. They say the UPK is evil. They say the I.S.U.P.K is a hate group. They say we are nothing. Like we somebody, we some people to, you know what I mean? We a group that needs to be stopped. Like we ever did anything to anybody. You know what I'm saying? This is evil. That's evil. The people that did this and are benefiting from the Trail of Tears, they're the hate group. They should be considered the hate group. They should be considered the ones that are, you know what I mean, racist. How they gonna call the UPK racist? And we feed everybody. We feed everybody. We clothe everybody that come to one of our food and clothes giveaways. You know what I'm saying? We feed everybody. Give clothes to everybody. We also, you know what I'm saying? We also speak out against this country for what they're doing to the poor here in America, the minorities, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. We do that. We do that though. And I don't see why would that be hated. I don't see why that would be hated at all. That I don't see why that anybody would have a side eye to that, because all we doing is helping America, you know what I'm saying, do what they can't do what they can't. You know what I mean? The excuses that they would give us is that, oh, it's just, you know, it's hard, it's rough, it's, you know, it's we can't really help everybody. You know, we do what we can, and there's no sweat because they really don't want to help. America does not give a damn about us. You know what I'm saying? So you claiming you love America, claim to love everybody, and you know, really care about everybody in all nations, except for the slaves that run it. So you know what? You know, I mean, we'll pick up the slack. The U.P.K is the ones that's picking up the slack that America is failing to do right, to pick up right now. We're going to be the ones to get our people off the drugs. We're going to get our kids to be strong. We're going to make sure we raise up our families right, or raise up our wives right. Make sure that we are, you know, go have a strong nation instead of, you know, what you've been giving us for the past 400 years. The past 400 years, we've been serving these devils. The past 400 years, we've been slaving under these devils. We've been making this country great. We done made you, you know what I mean, treasure cities, just like we did in ancient Egypt. We did that. We gave y'all treasure cities. We made, people don't know Trenton, New Jersey. You know, that's what the Trenton makes, world takes. That's the saying. You know what I'm saying? It's because Trenton used to be a factory city. Like, we used to have warehouses all over this city. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know, it got taken away. You know what I'm saying? We made and what made Trenton great at one point in time, back in the day, is us. It was us. You know what I'm saying? And all these other cities, you know, New York, all them skyscrapers and all that. You know what I'm saying? All them skyscrapers out there. Who built them? Who put them skyscrapers together? It wasn't Edomites. It was black and Hispanic men doing that. You know what I'm saying? We did that. You know what I mean? This is like deep right here. Like, blacks and Hispanics, we the ones that make everything great. We made America great. We served these devils for 400 plus years. Even after, you know what I mean, they continue to put roadblocks in the way of us to make sure that we never rise as a people. We don't rise as a people because they don't want us to rise. We'll rise. Well, okay, we'll make up we'll get a nice thing going for ourselves. We got Tulsa, Oklahoma. Boom. Drop bombs on us, right? That's an act of war. That's an act of war right there. But we don't have that mindset because our sense of we don't have that warrior spirit in us anymore as a nation. We don't have the warrior spirit in us. So they drop bombs on us. And you know what I mean, we just taking it. We like, man, what we gonna do now? They drop bombs on us, man. Tulsa, Oklahoma, all these, and they ain't the only place, you know what I'm saying? The Wall Street, they stopped that. You know what I mean? We had things put in place. But if we don't have the Lord on our side, whatever we put our mind to do, whatever we set our hand to do, it's gonna fail. You know what I mean? Anything you do is going to fail if you don't have the Lord on your side. You know what I mean? I'm going to read on. All right. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of old, nor show favor to the young. They didn't show favor to our young ones. They didn't show favor to our babies and the elderly. They did not care. They're going to have all of us in chains, no matter what the age is. They would not care. And this is why, you know what I mean, when Christ comes back and, you know what I mean, he puts these devils to death, You know what I'm saying? All the rest of them that are hiding in their bunkers and all that, trying to hide from, make themselves safe, save their own lives from the nuclear warfare taking place. After the smoke clear, y'all gonna get gathered up. We're gonna gather all y'all up wherever y'all hiding at. And you know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all gonna serve y'all time because the Bible says so. Because the Most High wants it to happen. The Most High God wants us. It's like y'all, I'm a little under the weather, but the Most High God, He wants us He wants y'all to be put in slavery. He wants y'all to pay for what y'all did to us. Like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. So the Lord's chosen people, Blacks and Hispanics and Native American Indians, right? We gonna serve this slavery, right? You gonna hurt us, kick us down in the dirt, in the mud, right? And we just gonna, God just gonna be all right with it. He not gonna make sure you pay for harming his children, for touching his children, for laying a finger on his children. You don't think he gonna do something about that? He cares about his people. You know what I'm saying? And when we turn back to him, that's when you're gonna see a lot of things change. A lot of things changing right now. If we look at the news, we see everything that's going on, from all the new, you know what I mean, fighting occurrences happening. You know what I'm saying? It's going down because Christ is coming back. He's coming back, and I pray the Lord cuts the time short. Cuts our time short, so we can really be out of here. And I pray that our people wake up to this truth, so we don't have to die with America. So our people don't have to die with America. You don't have to go, and you don't have to be victims. You know what I'm saying? Not victims, but you don't have to go with America. America, you know what I'm saying, has to go because it's just what it is what it is. It's an evil ass place anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Our people was just about to vote for Kamala Harris, and people voted for Trump. Not saying that Trump is any, you know what I'm saying, like, a saint or whatever. He's a devil, the Bible speaks of, right? And Kamala is too. You know what I'm saying? But, our sisters was just about to vote for a devil that was going to have our babies murdered. You know what I'm saying? This is an evil, wicked ass place. You know what I mean? And your vote should be for Christ. It shouldn't be for anybody else. But I digress on that. All right, now I'm going to get something else. All right, yeah, so I'm going to grab a scripture real fast. Let me look for it. Proverbs 1:7. I'm gonna read it right now. So Proverbs 1:7. For the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. For the fear of the Lord or the Most High is the beginning of knowledge. You understand? This is what we must do. You know what I'm saying? Fear the Most High, fear the Lord. How do we fear the Lord? You fear the Lord by keeping his commandments. Fear the Lord by, you know what I'm saying, understanding that, if you break his commandments, he's going to chastise you. He's going to, destroy you. He's going to, either way it goes, slowly or right then and there, he's going to get you. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely going to come at you. So we got to realize that we have to understand keeping the commandments is life, is the way to life. And breaking them is your walk to death. You know what I'm saying? You'll be on your way to death's door. It says the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. Fools despise the wisdom and instruction. They despise that knowledge. They despise it because they want to do what they want. They are too weak to stop. They too how can I say it? They too in love with their lust. They too attached to it. They too much wanting to be a part of they so in touch with trying to be a damn drug addict, you know what I'm saying, or a drug dealer. They too weak to want to sacrifice, not, you know what I mean, eating a little less every day, and they give up selling drugs. They, too weak to, give up that because it's killing. They see that it's killing our people, but they never mind it because, that's how it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I blame the Christian church because all our people go up in there, they pile up in there, and they search for God. A lot of brothers being sincere going into that Christian church. They be sincere, but they go in there and then they get terribly misguided. They have a total misjudgment on what they thought was godly and what wasn't godly. They go in there and realize that this preacher right here he's not right. He's not right. This preacher right here, like he's saying this and that, but he's doing such and such. You know what I'm saying? Like he's contradicting himself, like on the consistent level. You know what I'm saying? Like our people really go in there looking for God, but we don't really find God in there. All our people leave out of there molested and touched. The kids being brutalized in the Christian church. That's what goes on. You know what I'm saying? That's what goes on in the Christian church. And if it wasn't for them, we'll be able to rate. Like, I mean, we're gonna do it any damn way. But if it wasn't for them, it would be way more of a easier job to get these young soldiers on the right path instead of on the block selling drugs, on or repping whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would be an easier job to get them to, to be a soldier for something right. To be a soldier, because every young man every young brother they don't want to be sissy. You know what I mean? Every young soldier want to be a soldier for somebody. They want to stand for something. They want to be standing, being a good soldier for somebody. You know what I mean? But through the misguidance and the lack of authority and leadership in the Black community due to these Christian churches, they will be guided into going into, doing something silly like selling drugs. You know what I'm saying? And I don't put too much. I don't put the full charge on them. I put it on the Christian church, and the white man's the devil because he the one that gives y'all the money so y'all can sell y'all behind out. You know what I mean? And have us high and dry, had the ghetto high and dry. Who's gonna feed? We kind of drifting off somewhere else, but who's gonna feed the ghetto? Who's gonna make sure the ghetto's safe? Who's gonna make sure that the ghetto got that the ghetto is fed? We saying free Gaza and free Palestine. You know what I mean? They should be the last people on our mind talking about freedom. Free the ghetto, free Trenton, New Jersey, free Chicago, free Chirac, free you know what I'm saying, any ghetto that we in for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we need to save it, not anybody else. The Gadites, the North American Indians, they need saving. They need the saving. You know what I'm saying? They need saving because they're on reservations. Excuse me. They're on reservations right now. And they about to witness everybody celebrate Thanksgiving, which is the murder of their forefathers. And they are brothers, but they're going to watch us do it. They're going to watch other North American Indians do it. They're going to watch Latinos celebrate Thanksgiving when it's us, like when it's basically the celebration of our downfall. We celebrating our downfall when we go into, trying to cook up a turkey, you know what I'm saying? And all them nasty stinking behind greens that y'all like to make. around this time. I don't know why it smelled like, usually it smells like, you know what I mean, any other time of the year, anybody want to cook something up like that, it smells good. But this time of year, for some reason, it gives a nasty odor for whatever reason it is. You know what I'm saying? Them stinking behind greens y'all making. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to go ahead and come together on a regular day. Why come together on the Thanksgiving, under Thanksgiving, just because your oppressor says to do it that way? You don't have to do it that way. You could do your own thing, man. Y'all, why family? Oh, you know what I'm saying? Family got to just get together on a Thursday, that the white man said to do it on. You can't just y'all just can't just get together on a regular day, huh? It has to be Thanksgiving. That's what y'all telling me. Plus, it's like, you know, like I said, it ain't for us because it's the slaughter of it's a celebration of the slaughter of the North American Indian. Y'all see this right here, man? Y'all see this? That's the wickedness right there. And this picture really doesn't do it justice. This picture doesn't do it any justice at all. Like, this is like, you know, seem a little watered down to me. But yeah, down to, you know, the babies getting dashed on tree trunks, being ripped out of they mother's womb. They being ripped out of there. And then, you know, just smashed on prematurely coming out, smashed against the tree trunks. They family, close relatives dying due to sickness and illnesses and colds. And that they the white man brought syphilis over here through them poisonous blankets. Brought that over here. All other types of diseases they brought over here. And we had to suffer it. And this is the importance, and this is the reason why we have to follow the Most High, because if we do not, this will be the result. This will be the result. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, y'all. That'll be the result. And I pray we get together. I pray that we do the right thing this time around, because things like this, don't think it can happen again. Things like the Trail of Tears, that's not gonna happen again. Oh no. This 2024. That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. That is going. They about to, black women. No, not just them. Them. Let me be nice. I'm gonna be nice, brothers and sisters. Right? We just, we think that this country loves us. We think, not all white people are bad. Not all white people are bad. You know what I'm saying? Some of them like us, whatever that means. Some of them, care about us. Some of them, are good people. The longer you do that, the more that's basically you got the mark. You in danger of getting the mark of the beast right there. You know what I'm saying? Because the more you do that, you're gonna be, how you gonna get your warrior spirit on you, and you thinking that some of your conquerors are nice people, and that means you should love them. We're never gonna get free with that mindset, are we? Your mindset should be set on trying to get this kingdom, and you do that by only loving your people and your people only. You know what I'm saying? Really trying to teach the truth about, the history of us and how we get out of here through like, through the scriptures, according to the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? That's what your mind should be dead set on. Nothing else. But we want to love this place. We want to love our oppressors. You understand? I think it's some. Let me see. Go back to Deuteronomy. It's a lot, man. Let's see if I can find it. Yep. Okay. Deuteronomy 28 and 33. the fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up. You know what I'm saying? All the things that we get, like everything that we build up, everything that we could say that was ours, got taken, got destroyed, you know what I mean, and consumed by the white man. You know what I'm saying? We had Wall Street, right? We had Wall Street, but what happened with that? We had Wall Street, and now white people, just controlling all that. You know what I'm saying? They controlling that. They gentrify our neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? They put us in these ghettos in the first place. They put us in the ghettos in Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? They trying to do it a trend now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we don't realize that they, that they are not for us. They kicked us out, our own ghettos that they threw us in, and just leave us high and dry. They're not our friends. They're not our, relatives. Give a damn if they smile in your face. I don't understand why people weak to that either. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna read on though. You know what I mean? And thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed alway. You know what I mean? We're gonna be oppressed continuously. We're gonna constantly be oppressed. We constantly gonna be put in the damn gutter because we want to be a part of, this nation. We want to be a part of the white America. We want to be a part of America, period. We want to love our oppressors. That's what we want to do. And in so doing that, the Lord is going to punish us for it. Because he told us that we're supposed to be separate from these other nations, but we didn't do that. We chose to be a part of them. And this is what the outcome will always be. And I'll read another one. Verse 35. The Lord shall smite thee in the knees and in the legs with a sore botch that cannot be healed, from the sole of thy foot upon unto the top of thy head. You know what I'm saying? He's saying the Lord gonna smite us with feet pains and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? This is what happened. This is what you see in the picture. And even today, we in the slaves working on warehouse jobs or working wherever we at, fast food restaurants on your feet all day. You know what I mean? That can, this is prophecy. And in the picture right here, you see the Trail of Tears. They had to march. They had to migrate all the way from southern eastern, from the south, from the southeast all the way to Oklahoma. You understand? Through the winter, through the harsh winter, through the blizzards and all that stuff, through all the sickness, through the sorrow from seeing their relatives die. You understand? You know what I mean? Goddamn, all these devils, they got a day coming for them. And we shouldn't be trying to celebrate. That's the reason why we shouldn't be trying to celebrate Thanksgiving. It's the reason why we shouldn't be trying to celebrate it. You understand? I'm going to read one more for y'all, man. I'm going to get into this. Psalms 55. Psalms 55. Get Psalms 55 and probably one more, maybe lead off. All right. Psalm chapter 55, verse 20. He that put forth his hands, it's like he hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. And that's what happened. The Native American Indians, you know what I'm saying? Even the Taino Indians, our other brothers, the Puerto Ricans, when they came up against them, you know what I mean? They were peaceful. They were peaceful. They didn't, they didn't come up trying to, wreck them because they came up on their land or whatever. They can't, they was peaceful with them. Read again. He hath put forth his hands against such as be with peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. He broke his covenant. What covenant? He broke. They had a whole lot of peace treaties. They had a lot of peace treaties. Did they keep any of them? Hell no. They didn't keep any of the peace treaties because he's a devil. The devil means deceiver. You know what I'm saying? And these devils, right? These devils, they say one thing and do another. They do that all the time, and that's their nature. That's their nature. They've been doing it since that old serpent in the garden. You understand? And this is what we have to understand is he cannot be trusted. He can't be trusted, and any of his things he put in front of us like it's a gift. We shouldn't look at it as a gift. We should look at it as a curse. You know what I mean? Let it be a curse to us and leave it alone and continue to follow our high holy days. We have high holy days as well, where we celebrate the Passover, the unalive and the death of the Egyptians and the Egyptian army when the Most High had came and drowned them in the Red Sea. You understand? And freed us. Freed us up. You know what I mean? That's something worth celebrating. We have the Feast of Dedication coming up. That's a observance, but that's one thing we need to. If we're going to observe anything, we should observe that. You know what I mean? That's what Christ did. But yeah, so I'm gonna read on verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter. The white man, he would talk slick and nice to you and smile in your face, and you know what I'm saying, make sure to make you feel like you're safe around him, make you feel like you are okay and that you're not in danger. You know what I'm saying? This is him, and this is his characteristics. So like, I'm gonna read again from the top. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter. Y'all understand that? But war was in his heart. War was always in his heart. He came up against the North American Indian man, you know what I'm saying, and his people with kind words, greeting them nicely, getting to talk with them, getting to know them as a people, studying the people, actually, studying our brothers, right? But then he had to decide, like, man, these are such a nice people, but too bad. I gotta destroy them. I gotta, that too bad they gotta die, basically, paraphrasing the quote. But that's what they said. But I'm gonna read on from the middle. But war was in his heart. His words were smoother, were softer than oil. Yet were they drawn swords. He had such a a peaceful kind of way of speaking, but war was in his heart the whole time. He talked so nicely. His words were softer than oil, but yet they draw swords. Meaning they ready to kill people. They ready to really make sure that they do some damage on on somebody. You know what I'm saying? This is why in the book of Obadiah that they were prophesied to be extinct off the earth and to be finished off the earth. And the only time you'll see them is in museums, and that'll be it. You know what I'm saying? Because of what they did on this planet. All they did on this planet was conquer. Well, let me reiterate that. So like slaughter on top of slaughter on top of slaughter. You know what I'm saying? Murder on top of murder on top of murder. That's all they did. And the scriptures say basically whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what's going to take place, and he's going to get double. Salakia. He'll get double for what he did. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically pretty much it. For today. For water for everybody tuning in. I appreciate it. And shoot, we gotta remember one thing. I'm gonna get one more scripture for us, man. I'm gonna get one more for us, and we're gonna have and call it a night. Zephaniah 2:1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired. Now, Israel, we in the last days. We have to understand, we coming together is essential for us to be safe in this time, to be, to be protected by the Most High in this time. We got to come together, man. We got to come together in this UPK, the I.S.U.P.K under Commander General YAHANNA. You know what I mean? This is the only place you're going to try to find God for real, if you're sincere. And this is the only place, this is the home of the truth since 1969. You know what I'm saying? Since 1969, this has been the truth, and nowhere else you'll ever find the truth, ever. Like nowhere else. Everybody need to pile up in here. This is where you come together in the UPK to find your heritage, to find out who your God is and what is your God like? What did he do? What was his works? What did what did he do to save us? You know what I mean? Why does he only love us and nobody else? And why are we in just know the reasons of why things are the way it is today. And we'll teach you all that in the I.S.U.P.K, you know what I'm saying, by giving you God's words. It's all in the Bible. It's just your church haven't been doing his job. Your pastor hasn't been doing his job by teaching you the truth about the Bible. And all he's been doing was filling up his pockets and making sure he lives, greatly. Make sure he lives a good life while you go back home struggling in a 1-bedroom apartment or whatever in the Section 8 apartments, or we have to go back somewhere suffering while he go ahead and live a great life. He pulls off in his nice car off of your money, off of our money. You understand? This is the place. This is the home of the truth, the I.S.U.P.K. And for anybody listening out there that want to come into the classes are here entering from 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. at the UN Library, Trenton, New Jersey. UN Library, again, UN Library, 5:30 to 7:30. Pull up, come to class, ask me all the questions you had, about the Bible. Just hit me with it, and we're gonna answer you to the best of our ability. We're gonna give you what you need. We're gonna give you your heritage. We're gonna give you a language, what we spoke before we got conquered by the oppressors. You know what I'm saying? This is what we do, and we're gonna make sure we're gonna build you up the right way to be the best man of God, priest and prophet of the Lord, or a sister, the best princess you can be. You understand? And with that, that's my time. All right. So with that, I'm gonna salute y'all. You know what I'm saying? Shalom, y'all about Shemel Shabbat Thug, y'all Shamar, Thumb by Shemel Shai. This is Priest and Officer. I'm a thumb y'all, the I.S.U.P.K, Officer 500, Star on the 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General YAHANNA. And we've been teaching this truth about the Bible since 1969. And the truth about the Bible is that the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of, and that God's chosen people are the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. All right, and with that, I'm gone. See y'all next Tuesday.